this is Caitlin with the Twinsburg Library, and I've got Eliza here, and we're both fabulous unicorns. Isn't it cool? So I'm going to show you guys how you can create this look on your doll and on yourself for Halloween this year. Pretty cool. And we want to thank the Etsy store, Smuggles for Muggles, for these awesome doll masks so we can stay nice and safe. So for these looks, all you need is hair bands, bobby pins, and some tin foil. And if you want some added fun, you guys can use hair chalk or colored hairspray or anything fun if you want to color your own hair. Don't do your dolls because it won't be pretty. So, because you won't be able to get it out. But are you guys ready to get started? Let's do it. Now Eliza's hair just screamed unicorn to me, so I'm going to show you how to give her a unicorn horn on the top of her head with hair. So for this one, I made a little cone out of tin foil that we're going to use to wrap the hair around to give her a nice cone shape. Now I took the top section of her hair, leaving the bottom part aside, so just the top section, and I'm going to go ahead and tie back the bottom section so we don't get it mixed up. So I'm going to go ahead and put her bottom section into a ponytail or a little bun, just to keep it out of the way for now, because we'll use that later. Like I said, I'm just going to put it in a low bun and get it out of my way. Alright, now that she's got a bun, and we got a top section of her hair, which is mostly pink, which is fabulous. What we're going to do is we're going to take that unicorn horn and try and make sure the bottom is flat-ish so it lays against her head. So we're going to put that on the center to the top, about an inch away from the top of her head. And then we're going to do some fun wrapping. So all you have to do is we're going to take the hair and we're going to wrap it around, and that'll help keep the tin foil in place, like so. And then you're going to go ahead and bobby pin the end back onto the hair. Now make sure you want to use bobby pins that match your hair color. I'm using black so you guys can see them a little bit better, but like I said, it's always a good idea so you can hide your bobby pins. And they make really, really small ones. If you want to use smaller ones, especially on your doll's head, it would make it a little easier to hide them. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and keep wrapping the sections around. Make sure it's nice and tight, because we want to make sure we can really see that cone shape. And then go ahead and bobby pin the ends. And we're going to keep going. I'm going to do the front section of her hair last because I wanted to give her a nice little swoop. So we're going to go ahead and make sure it's nice and tight. And if you can use the hair to cover the pins, that's great. Always a good idea. Alright. Use a bobby pin to pin it in place. Again, smaller ones would work best, but that's not what we have, so we make do with what you got. Alright. We'll try to control all those flyaways. We want to make sure we get it close to the top as we can, so that way later on, after we're all done, we can go ahead and pull it over that top. Alright, nice and tight. And I'm actually going to go up the horn a little bit with my bobby pins, so that way it keeps the other parts. Alright, so I'm going to do, I think, a couple more of just wrapping it around. Tighten it up. You can use the new hair that you're putting on to kind of cover the bumps of the old one, of the other ones that you've done. Said mini bobby pins would work best, but there we go. And then we're going to use this last piece, nice and big, cover up the bobby pins that we have. And wrap that to the top. And then, last bobby pin And we're going to push that down the horn as we can. Sometimes it takes a little bit of finagling. There we go. We'll cover it with hair. Voila. All right. Now she has a crazy unicorn horn, and then we're going to give her a nice high ponytail in the back. Get it? Ponytail? Because she's turning into a unicorn, a kind of horse. See? We're going to go ahead and pull the rest of her hair up into a ponytail. If I can find my brush, there we go. Find the brush, pull it into a nice high ponytail. And give her a little brush, make sure her hair looks all nice. And if your doll's hair doesn't have crazy colors like this, you can always use hair extensions. Like you can even get sometimes you can get them at the Dollar Tree, like that are fun, crazy clip-on colors. You can use that to wrap it around in head. And there you go. Now she's looking like a crazy unicorn. I love it. All right, now I'll show you how to do it on yourself. All right, now I'm going to show you guys how you can make a unicorn horn on yourself. We're going to do the same thing. I've got my tinfoil here. I'm going to make it into a cone. There we go. Doesn't have to be a perfect cone. It just has to have a vaguely conish shape because our hair will fill it in. There we go. Make sure the bottom of it is really, really, really flat. So there you go, cone shape. And we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna section off the top part of our hair. So I'm gonna do like you were doing like a half up type thing. And then the rest of it, we're gonna go ahead and pull that aside because that's gonna be our ponytail for later. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it to the side and throw it in a quick little half-do thingy-mabob. All right, now we're gonna take our cone and we're gonna put it in our head, like the front part of our hair. And then we're gonna start wrapping. I'm gonna do the front part of my hair last. I'm gonna take a section and we're gonna start wrapping it really, really, really tight around our thing. And if you want, you can go ahead and tease your hair. It might make it a little bit easier to make it more full. I'm not a big fan of teasing my hair because it turns it into one giant rat's nest and it's impossible to get the teasing out. So I don't like teasing my hair, but you can do that. It makes it a little better. Now you're going to keep wrapping it, keep it really, really tight. What you could also do to make it really funky is you can use hair extensions, and that way you can make it as lush and full unicorn horn as you could possibly want. You could also do colored hair extensions, or if you really wanted to go crazy, you could color your own hair and do like hair chalk works really well. You can get that on Amazon. I've used it a bunch before for crazy pink and purple and green or whatever color unicorn horn you want. All right. All right, I'm gonna start pinning it to my head now. All right. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and now, like I said, always wanna use bobby pins that are the color of your hair. I don't have that, so we're gonna do black, so you're gonna be able to see them a little bit, but that's okay. It's still pretty cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and pin that down a little bit. Perfect. I'm gonna use the other side. And obviously our goal is to cover our crazy tin foil, and if you see a little bit through, it just means you have a sparkly horn, so it's okay. All right, I'm gonna keep going. And it doesn't matter if you don't use all of the hair that you have down. You get it covered as much as you want. The rest of it's gonna go up in a ponytail anyway, so it really doesn't matter. All right, you wanna go ahead and play with it a little bit, make sure it's covering the top of it, like that. All right, I'm gonna do my last little bit around here. Oops, I got crazy curls flying all over the place. We'll pull this around. You just gotta play with it like this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave that down. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna try something new. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Might wanna get that bottom that's still showing a little bit. Oh, and we got the announcements. All right, there we go. Pull it apart. And It's always good if you guys want, if you're going to go trick-or-treating in this, or you're going to go to a party, it's always good to use some hairspray. I'm not doing all that today because I have to take this down and do more videos. Alright, so I've got my horn that's on there. I play with it. It's always good to hairspray. It's tightened on there. I'm going to pull down the rest of my hair. You can see a little bit of the silver, but that's okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the rest of my hair up into a high pony. Like that. To give it for a ponytail. And I'm going to make it little, I'm not going to tighten it too much, because what I'm going to do with this hair that I have left over that has me looking crazy, I'm going to spin that, keep it real loose, and it's going to help hide that little bit of silver up there and give me a little bit of volume up there. It's always good if you want to tease it a little bit if you want to. Go like this. I'm going to twist it. I'm going to bring that around, and I'm going to tuck that in. Actually, I'm going to just redo that ponytail with that little piece in there, like so. And we have a fabulous unicorn hairstyle. Oop, I pulled that too tight. There we go. And pull that down a little bit. Give me a little perfection. And there we go. I've got a crazy unicorn. And if you guys want, you can do some cool colored hairspray and make it look really crazy. Thanks for watching, guys. And hopefully you'll see you for the next hair video. Bye.